roses in January, writing down a future that looked extraordinary. A list of dreams in careful handwriting, certain this would be the year I'd finally win. I was gonna fix my sleeping habits, learn to love myself and break old patterns, start that project, chase that road, become the person I was told I'd be. But somewhere between the weeks and months, life kept happening while I was making plans. And suddenly it's almost winter again, with unfinished goals scattered in my hands. The calendar keeps turning pages, the mirror keeps revealing changes, and I can't help but wonder sometimes, was I moving forward the whole time? This was the year I thought everything would change, the year I thought I'd finally find my place, the year I'd stop feeling so afraid and leave all my doubts behind. But life had different plans for me, lessons hidden where I couldn't see. And maybe growing isn't becoming someone new, maybe it's learning to become you. I lost some people I thought would stay forever, watched conversations slowly lose their color, read old messages from years ago, and realized how much we outgrow. I learned that loneliness can fill a crowded room, that success doesn't always silence the gloom, that healing isn't something you complete, it's a road you walk on tired feet. I spent so many nights feeling behind, comparing timelines, comparing lives, watching strangers celebrate milestones online, while questioning every step of mine. But the stars don't compete for the sky, the ocean doesn't rush the tide. Maybe I was never late at all, maybe I was just alive. This was the year I thought everything would change, the year I thought I'd finally find my place, the year I'd become fearless overnight and never lose another fight. But life had different plans for me, beautiful things I couldn't foresee. And maybe strength isn't having all the answers, maybe it's staying through the questions. There were mornings I didn't want to get up, nights when hope didn't feel like enough, days when I smiled only out of habit and carried burdens without admitting it. But there were sunsets too and random laughter, songs that found me exactly when they mattered, friends who stayed even from afar, little reminders of who we are. Maybe life is both heartbreak and grace, both getting lost and finding your place, both letting go and holding on, both endings and a new dawn. The cafe lights reflect on the rain, the trumpet softly calls my name, the city hums its midnight tune beneath the patient silver moon. And for a moment everything is still, no pressure to achieve or fulfill, just me, the night, and a quiet truth: I've survived more than I knew. This was the year I thought everything would change, and maybe it did in unexpected ways, not through fame or perfect plans, but through learning who I am, through every setback, every tear, every moment I stayed here, every time I chose to begin again, even when I didn't know when. This was the year I thought everything would change, and looking back now, maybe it already has. The first light stretches across the floor, like a promise waiting at the door. was never asking me to be perfect, only present, only honest, only here. And for today, that's enough. That's enough. Nobody posts about the random Tuesday nights when you're staring at the ceiling, losing fights. Not with the world, not with another soul, just with a version of yourself you can't control. Nobody tells you how strange it feels to achieve a dream and still not heal, to finally get what you once prayed for, and wonder why you're still searching for more. I thought success would sound like applause, but mostly it's silence between the noise, a question hanging somewhere in the dark. Is this really who you are? We're all experts at looking okay, at finding the perfect words to say while hiding storms behind our eyes and calling it being fine. We don't talk about this enough, how being young can feel so rough, how some days getting out of bed feels like climbing mountains in your head. We don't talk about this enough, the pressure to always be enough, to be successful, beautiful, strong, like we're never allowed to get it wrong. Generation learned to perform, turning every feeling into a form, packaging life into clips and frames while quietly carrying visible pain. We're connected to thousands every day, yet loneliness still finds a way to sit beside us in crowded rooms and whisper thoughts we can't remove. I know people chasing dreams they hate, because stopping feels more terrifying than staying. People smiling through burnout and stress, because exhaustion somehow became success. And maybe we're all just tired of pretending we're inspired, when deep down we're only trying to survive without collapsing. We don't talk about this enough, the nights when life just feels too much, the fear of falling behind the crowd, the thoughts we never say out loud. We don't talk about this enough, how healing can be painfully slow, how courage isn't always loud, sometimes it's simply not letting go. What if your value isn't your productivity? What if your worth exists naturally? What if you don't need to earn the right to rest beneath the moonlight? What if life isn't competition? What if peace is the real ambition? What if all this rushing around is keeping us from what we found? Maybe the best parts of being alive aren't achievements we archive, but late night talks and morning skies, and people who stay despite the tides. The rain paints silver on the avenue, the cafe band plays something blue, a trumpet floating through the haze like a memory from better days. The city slows, the night grows kind, and for a moment I don't mind that I don't have everything figured out, don't know what tomorrow's about. We don't talk about this enough, but maybe tonight we should. Maybe the things we're most afraid to say are the things that make us understood. We don't talk about this enough, yet somehow we're not alone, because every tired heart I know has felt the same unknown. And maybe that's the comfort hidden in the dark, knowing someone else is carrying a heart just like yours. The sky begins to fade from black to gold. Another story waiting to unfold. And maybe life isn't about having all the answers. Maybe it's about sharing the questions and finding each other there. Before the morning comes. The dreams are getting heavier these days. Not because they're bigger, but because they stayed following me through every year that passed, asking questions I still haven't answered back. There's a photograph taped above my desk, a younger me who wasn't scared of what's next. Eyes full of stars, pockets full of plans, certain the world would fit inside my hands. Back then the future felt like open roads. Now it feels like carrying invisible loads, every choice branching into 10 more, every closed window becoming another door. And everybody keeps saying keep going, like they can hear how tired my heart is growing. Like persistence is easy when you're afraid that the life you imagined is slowly fading. The dreams are getting heavier, but I still carry them somehow, through every doubt, every sleepless night, through every what if not now. The dreams are getting heavier, yet I can't put them down, because they're stitched into who I am, even when they weigh me to the ground. I know what it's like to smile at a party while feeling miles away from everybody, laughing at jokes, nodding along, then driving home with a heart full of storms. The city glows outside my window tonight, a million stories burning bright, and I wonder how many people feel the same, quietly carrying hopes they can't explain. Some dreams survive, some disappear, some transform with every passing year. And maybe growing up is learning this truth: not every dream was meant to stay with you, but letting go can feel like losing, even when it's actually choosing a path that finally feels like your own, instead of one you've simply been shown. The dreams are getting heavier, but maybe that's because they're real, not fantasy castles in the air, but things my heart can truly feel. The dreams are getting heavier, and maybe that's okay, because anything worth building slowly was never meant to happen in a day. Tonight the rain is falling on the rooftops, like applause for everyone who hasn't stopped, for every soul still trying after failure, for every heart still hoping after heartbreak. Here's to the artists doubting every song, the students wondering where they belong, the workers staring out office windows, dreaming of lives nobody knows. Here's to the people who feel behind, who compare their chapters all the time, who think they're lost because they can't see that becoming happens quietly. Trumpet sings from a distant bar, a lonely melody beneath the stars. The rhythm of the city slows, and something inside me finally knows. I don't need to have everything figured out, I don't need certainty to move through doubt, I don't need permission to begin again, even if I begin 1,000 times. The dreams are getting heavier, but so is my strength, built from every road I survived, every step I took in faith. The dreams are getting heavier, yet they're teaching me this truth: the courage isn't having no fear, it's continuing despite it. So I'll carry them a little farther, through another season, another dawn, not because I'm sure I'll make it, because they're mine, and that's reason enough. The morning arrives without asking, painting gold across the walls. And for the first time in a long while, the weight doesn't feel like a burden. It feels like purpose, and I rise with it. I laughed when somebody asked me where I'm headed, like I had a map folded neatly in my pocket, like I knew exactly who I'd become, or where all these restless roads were going. Truth is, I'm 20-something and improvising, building airplanes while I'm flying, pretending confidence in conversations while quietly questioning everything. City wakes before I do these days, traffic lights blinking through the haze, everybody rushing somewhere important, while I struggle just to feel important. Maybe that's the secret nobody says. Most people are just trying their best, making choices with incomplete information, calling it a life direction. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and honestly maybe that's alright, because every road I've ever loved started somewhere I couldn't see. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I'm still showing up every night, still carrying dreams through the dark, still protecting a small hopeful spark. Some days I wanna start over somewhere new, a different city, a different view, a place where nobody knows my name or expects me to stay the same. I wonder how many people on the train are carrying the exact same pain, smiling politely, staring outside, trying to keep uncertainty disguised. My parents thought I'd have answers by now, I thought I'd have answers by now, but every answer leads to another door and another question I've never seen before. The moon hangs over the apartment blocks, patient as an old clock, like it's seen generations before me lose their way and still find peace. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and maybe nobody really does. Maybe we're all just collecting stories, trying to become who we are. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I'm learning not to be afraid of unfinished chapters and uncertain roads, or the mistakes I've made. Maybe the problem isn't being lost, maybe it's believing being lost has a cost. Maybe wandering is part of the design, maybe every detour has a reason in time. The stars don't know where they're going either, yet somehow they light up every evening. The ocean doesn't ask for directions, yet still arrives at every shore. Why am I demanding perfection from a life that's still under construction? A saxophone cries from a cafe nearby, rain paints silver across the night. The city slows its endless pace, and I finally breathe, not because everything makes sense, not because the fear has left, but because for one brief moment I stop fighting uncertainty. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but maybe that's not the tragedy. Maybe the tragedy would be never trying, never risking vulnerability. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, yet somehow I'm still here, still dreaming, still learning, still growing, year after year. And perhaps that's enough for now, to trust tomorrow without guarantees, to believe that one day I'll look back and understand why none of this was wasted. The first rain rolls through the dawn, moves on, and the future no longer feels like an enemy. Just a road, a long road, waiting patiently for my next step. For my next step. I miss the kid who used to stare at clouds before the world got so incredibly loud, before every dream needed a deadline, before every passion had to monetize. Back then, a Saturday felt infinite, a bicycle ride felt significant. The future was a distant constellation, not a source of constant hesitation. Now every morning starts with a screen, a flood of news and things I should have been. Another reminder that I'm running late in a race I never agreed to take. Somewhere between the plans and the pressure, the likes and the endless measures, I misplaced a version of myself, and I don't know where to look. I miss who I was before the world got loud, before I learned to doubt myself out loud, before every choice felt life or death, before anxiety moved into my chest. I miss who I was when I believed that being happy was enough to achieve, before I started carrying around the weight of 1,000 invisible sounds. The city keeps glowing outside my room like it doesn't care what I'm going through. Cars pass by like shooting stars, everyone headed somewhere far. My friends and I still talk sometimes, but mostly through voice notes and hurried lines. We're all surviving different storms, trying to look calm in different forms. One friend says he's tired all the time, another says she's doing fine. But I hear the cracks beneath the words, the things that never fully emerge. Maybe we're all a little exhausted, trying to fit into boxes, trying to become people we're not because we forgot what mattered. I miss who I was before the world got loud, before I measured my worth through the crowd, before I compared every step I made to somebody else's highlight parade. I miss who I was when life felt wide, not something I constantly had to optimize, when every day wasn't a performance and every moment didn't need importance. What if we're not failing? What if we're just overwhelmed? What if we're caring more than humans were ever meant to hold themselves? The endless updates, the endless feeds, the endless pressure to succeed, the fear of being left behind, the war that never leaves our minds. Maybe the bravest thing tonight is turning off the artificial light, stepping outside beneath the stars and remembering who we are. The jazz cafe across the street plays a melody tender and sweet, a trumpet floating through the rain like medicine for a tired brain. And for the first time in a while, I stopped chasing another mile. I stopped trying to become enough and simply let myself exist. I miss who I was before the world got loud, but maybe that person still lives somehow. Not lost, not gone, just hidden deep beneath the promises I couldn't keep. Maybe I don't need to go back in time, maybe I just need to redraw the lines to make room for wonder, room for peace, room for all the things that made me me. So tonight I'll put the noise away, let tomorrow wait another day, and sit beneath the moonlight glow with the person I've neglected most, myself. The rain slows down, the city sleeps, the night guards secrets that it keeps, and somewhere between the dark and dawn, I hear a quiet voice say, You were never meant to carry the whole world. And for the first time in forever, I believe it. You know the version that I show online, the one with perfect angles, filtered skies, the coffee cups, the city lights, the smile, the moments that look beautiful for a while. But nobody sees the room when it's a mess, or the nights I can't get any rest, the tabs open in my mind at 2 a.m., the fears I never learn how to explain. I post the sunset, not the storm, a highlight, not the days I mourn, a victory, not the 100 times I failed, the polished story, not the trail. And maybe that's the secret everybody keeps. The world only sees the parts we choose to leave, so we're comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's edited dream. This is the life I never post. The quiet battles hurt the most, the doubts that sit beside my bed, the conversations in my head. This is the life nobody sees, the weight I carry silently, the tears that never make the feed, the parts of me that still need healing. I thought by now I'd feel more sure, like growing older came with a cure. But every year just brings new questions, wrapped inside different directions. Some friends became people I barely know, some dreams became things I outgrew. Some nights I stare into the dark, trying to remember who I really am. The world keeps asking what's your plan, as if life fits neatly in your hands, as if we're not all improvising, making sense while the clock keeps ticking. Maybe we're all a little lost, trying to hide what it really costs. Keep moving through the noise, searching for our own voice. This is the life I never post. The hidden chapters matter most, the days I almost gave up hope, the times I barely learned to cope. This is the life nobody sees, the fragile side beneath the peace, the scars that taught me how to grow, the truths I rarely ever show. And if I could tell my younger self one thing, I'd say you don't have to earn everything, you don't have to be impressive every day, you don't have to have all the answers on the way. The stars don't rush across the sky, the flowers don't apologize for blooming later than the rest. They simply become what they do best. Maybe I can learn from that, stop treating life like a racetrack, stop measuring my worth by speed, and start listening to what I need. Outside the rain paints silver lines, across the sleeping city lights, the trumpet cries a lonely tune underneath the patient moon. The cafe chairs are upside down, the last train leaves the edge of town, and somehow hell in the quiet air I feel a little less scared. This is the life I never post, story hidden behind the glow, the nights that shaped the person I became, even when nobody knew my name. This is the life nobody sees, and maybe that's okay with me, because not everything beautiful needs applause, not every journey needs a cause. Some victories happen in silence, some healing happens unseen, and maybe the strongest version of me exists between the screens. The sunrise spills across the floor like a letter slipped beneath the door, a reminder soft and slow. You don't need to be
extraordinary every day. You only need to keep going, and that's already more than enough.